Good evening, Professor Selby. This is Sarah Prieto from your 7:30 to 8:55 class. And this is going to be my position paper number 5. It says, what percentage of the assigned reading did you complete? I completed all of it, and I actually went back and read Lim again just to be sure of what the difference was between knowledge and wisdom. And then for the second question, it says, based on the readings and lectures, what is your current understanding of the gift of words of knowledge? I feel like knowledge is what leads you into having wisdom. It talks about a lot of it in Stott/Hunt. I believe that's what it is. In this chapter that we just read, there was a lady who had a jar and she was like holding on to it very tightly, and then she came up to this man who had some type of thing on top of his head. I think it was like maybe his shirt or something, and it was covering him because of the sun. And I came to the understanding that this was probably holy water, the water that she was holding so tightly. And obviously from reading that, you could probably tell that she had came to Jesus and that this water meant a lot to her, and she wanted to hold it tightly to protect it and stuff like that. And there was also a well, and she wanted to put the water into the well, and the man just wanted a drink of it, but I don't think that she allowed him to drink from it. And then what is your current understanding of the gifts of words of knowledge? I feel like through this he gained knowledge, and like obviously he understood where she might have been coming from, even though he was tired, and she noticed that. How is it different from words of wisdom? I feel like knowledge is different from having words of wisdom, because through knowledge, I guess in the reading you have to be right about it, and you have to have the right behavior for it. It's different from wisdom, because having wisdom is like having faith in the Lord and taking it all in through his body and everything like that. How is it different from words of wisdom? What's it for and how it should be used? In the second one, it talked about how this man went back, or no, a woman went back to like her 20s, and she met somebody who was a youth pastor who wanted to go into the ministry, but he somehow it led to her marrying him because of a pastor who told her that this was the right man for her. It said that in the reading, and how important that was, because then after this pastor told her about how important it was to marry this man, she began going to all the things on like Tuesday nights, and she started going to all these ministries and having all this fun while going and doing these readings and everything like that. And then the third question asks, Stott and Hunt write, when frail, sinful man is trusted with a perfect gift, caution should always be taken. That's not to say when we say we shouldn't be bold in stepping out in faith, but that we should always be humbly reflected by asking, did we hear correctly? Did we deliver properly? I think a lot of that has to do with your knowledge, just because it's asking you that how we shouldn't be bold in stepping out in faith, but that we should also be humbly reflected by asking, did we hear correctly, or did we deliver properly? I think that has to do a lot with knowledge, because you need to know how you delivered a message, as well as if the audience is interpreting it. And then also in the reading, it listed 7 principles to keep in mind. I don't remember all of them and exactly word for word, but I know that there was 7 of them, and how they play significant value in keeping knowledge and wisdom. A lot of it talked about how like when you come to gain knowledge, it's better and beneficial for you, just because God will work in such a way through his faith in you and through his faith and through your faith that you'll gain his wisdom. And I think that's very important. Having knowledge in something is only going to be better for you, and then having wisdom and faith will only open a lot more doors.